Hey everybody, it's Jen. Thank you for joining me today. Today I have a project share for you, and then we're going to do a craft with me at the end if you would like to join me, and we'll create one together. So the project today is embellishing these bottle brush trees. And these trees you can get in all different colors, sizes. They're really cheap. I got this 3-pack at Walmart for $2. But I know the Dollar Tree has them around Christmas time. They don't have them at mine quite yet. Maybe they do at yours. But this is the second pack of these I got. I got a different color scheme the other day and already crafted with them. So I bought another pack to make some more. So they're called bottle brush trees. Sorry for that crinkling. Oops. Because they're very stiff. They're like a bottle brush. And they're, like I said, very stiff. They're on a center wire, and then they're usually held together by a wooden base at the bottom. And you could decorate with them just the way they are, add them to like little Christmas village scenes, that kind of thing. Add them to your craft room. But I like to, well, I just started embellishing them this year, and I think they've come out really cute. And the good thing about this project is you use a lot of your trims. I have a lot of trim, ribbon, all sorts of like things like that. I'm kind of addicted to getting them. So yeah, so I thought this was a great way to use them up. So let me show you a couple. Well, I made like 7 of them. They're kind of addictive to make once you get going. So this is what they start out with pretty much. Varies in color, whatever. But the first one I made, let's get it out, is this one. And I think this is just so much cuter than this one, right? It's like the fancy cousin of this guy. So what I did with this one is I took some pom-pom trim that's, on a spool and glued it at the top and then wound it all the way around to the bottom. And the good thing about bottle brush trees is they're pokey, and anything like you wrap around them, they pretty much stick. So you don't have to add adhesive to the middle part at all, just a little at the top and the bottom, and you're good to go. I also added some fake little pearl beads there. They do have holes on them. I just kind of put them off to the side so you don't really see them when you're looking straight on. This trim is from one of those giant Michaels bundles. You guys know those. I think they still have them in the store, but they have pastel bundles and metallic and primary colors. I think this one is from the metallic bundle, but anyway, just glued that on top. I wound some trim around the trunk. And this was not exactly the same as this to begin with. See, the base is a little bit different, but it did have like a metallic trim, and I just added some white paint marker just to make it look a little bit more tree-like. So yeah, very quick, used up some trim. It's gonna be cute in decor, so that was my first one. And then the second one, this one was actually from the Walmart pack that I got. This is what this one looks like, and I think this is my favorite out of all of them. Look how sparkly that is. This I used eyelash trim, and that was from that most of us, well, a lot of us got from the Dollar Tree like over the summer, and it comes in lots of different colors, and it comes with a lot. Like, what are you going to do with all this? I've been using this. I used it on this tree, and I already have tons left. So yeah. So anyway, I wrapped it around here a lot because this trim, the eyelash is very short. So you kind of have to wrap it around at least 2 or 3 times around the tree to get it to cover. But it doesn't take that long. You have plenty of it, so don't have to worry about running out. So I did that. Again, I glued at the top and the bottom, and that's all I had to do. This one started out as a pink tree. I glued a little bit of ribbon around the base, and I glued on those Hobby Lobby gold glitter balls. Yeah, and then the topper, it's this bow that I have. I got from AC Moore, I think, in a pack back when they were open. And then I used a puffy sticker from Sugar Cookie Christmas. And yeah, just add a little bit extra glue onto the sticker so it would stay. And I love this one. I just think it's so pretty and shabby, and it'll go nicely with this guy. Oops. And possibly even just a plain one too, you know? So I like those a lot. And then, okay, in a different color scheme, I made this one. And this was also from a Walmart tray. This was like a, green one, as you can see. But you can't really see the bottom of it if it's standing up straight. That's the front. Yeah. So for this one, I covered with tinsel trim, and I had gotten this at, I think it was like TJ Maxx or something. This is the spool. But you can get this kind of tinsel trim in lots of different places around holiday time. I think even Dollar Tree sells it. So I use that, and this you just have to wrap around like once. It fills in a little bit easier than the eyelash trim. And then I wrapped around some garland. This was from Hobby Lobby in the My Little Christmas section, and it's in the section where you can buy mini trees and all the decorations for them. That's a great place to get stuff for these trees. You can even get the bottle brush trees there. So yeah, so I just wrapped that around. Again, I glued it in the top and the bottom. For the star, I glued together 2 foam stars, and they're already glittered. And then I added I think this was an adhesive piece, that silver snowflake, and it kind of gets lost a little bit. It blends in, but I don't know. I still like it. I like the simple white and silver color scheme in this one. I'm not sure what to do with the base yet. I might just leave it. So there's that one. And then the next one from the Walmart pack is this. And this is also a little bit of a different color scheme. This one started out as that deep blue teal color. And my plan was to paint the whole thing white. But don't do what I did and use regular paint in a brush, because once you go up and down with the brush, it splatters paint all over the place. It's like using a toothbrush or something. Just not a good idea. So I just stuck with the little bit of white that was left on it. I painted the base, and I thought it looked cute anyway, just kind of like a snow-covered tree. And then for the garland that goes around it, that was trim from one of the Michaels bundles. I think that was the pastel bundle that one came in. And I love the scale of it. I think it goes really well with this small tree. And for the little balls, I glued on the silver balls from Hobby Lobby this time. And these are 2 snowflakes that I glued together or back to back, so it was pretty on both sides. I got those on AliExpress. Let me know if you want to know where. I'll try and find the link. It was last year. But I do like those colors too. I think they came out super cute. I'm going to move you over a plain one just so we could see these guys. All right, so the next 3 are pretty much all the same, just a little bit different color. I have a pink one, an aqua one, and another pink one. And these are smaller, as you can see. I forget where I got this pack, but they were all this color to start out with, which makes life easy if you could start out at a light color. But I learned my lesson from the painting one, and I spray painted these. So I went outside, I have pink spray paint and aqua, and sprayed these, and it took the color really well. Unfortunately, it was very windy out, so I did end up getting paint on myself, but that's not the paint's fault or the tree's fault. Just me being impatient, not waiting for a non-windy day. So anyway, I did that, and then it looks like I glued all the beads on separately, but these are actually little garlands. If you could see, there's fishing line linking all the beads together. And I got this in the wedding section in Hobby Lobby. And I forget what it's called, but it's beads on fishing line. And you're supposed to use it for, I don't know, for sprigs like in a veil or bouquets or something. I don't know. But I like it for this. So, and I had it in my stash. I wasn't really using it. So it was perfect for these. So I made these 2 pretty much the same. I added some trim or some twine, and then the base, I wanted to add a little something because they were kind of wobbly on the little wooden base they came on. So I found some like silver bottle caps that I had well, they were actually on jars, but I wasn't using the jars, so I just took the caps and glued the trees into them. And I think it kind of looks like a little galvanized bucket, you know? And then the bows, I had made these resin bows, I don't know, last month or something with a mold from Hobby Lobby. So I just glued those on top. I was happy to be able to use those in a project. And then for the aqua one, I added some ribbon, again from the Michaels bundle. It's a different color twine. This one's pink, and another resin bow. And this one I added some Nouveau drops to the center of the bow. And you can't really tell, but it's kind of a minty color. And it dried really nice on there. So that's a fun thing to do too, just to use your Nouveau drops for resin. So those are the 7 I made, and we are going to make one together just so you can see how I made one. I think I will use a different color of the eyelash trim for the craft with me part, just to show you. That's the hardest one. So I'll show you how to do it, and it's not that hard to begin with, so you'll be able to do the other ones no problem. So I will be back in a few minutes once I get everything situated, and we will craft together. Okay, hang on. Okay, I'm back ready to get started with this project. I'm going to use this eyelash trim from the Dollar Tree and this tree. I have my glue gun ready, I have some trims, and yeah, let's just have fun and get started. I'll probably speed it up at some point while I'm winding the trim around it because it'll take a while. But anyway, this is what the trim looks like, and you just pull it out of the bottom of the skein. And what I like to do is just take a little bit of glue, and I'm going to use hot glue here, but you can use whatever glue you want. Just put a little dab, and then just your trim, and just hold it there for a sec while it dries. Doesn't matter if it looks nice because you're going to wrap around it anyway. Okay, so that should be good enough. And then you're just going to start wrapping. And I like to wrap it with trying to keep the eyelashes like pointing down. And you're just gonna go around, kind of a little bit of a spiral, just so you're overlapping a little as you go. Sorry, I got a phone call. What I do is I go all the way down and then I go back up. That's what I did with the pink one anyway. We'll see how it goes with this one. If it might need 3 layers, I'm not quite sure, but it's easy. Just takes a little while. It's so fun to like just figure out different kinds of materials you could use for these. The way this started out, actually, I saw somebody on Instagram, I forget who it was, they posted a picture of these like wool trees that they saw out shopping, and they look like the size of like a tree like this, but it was covered in like a sheet of wool. It kind of reminded me of like cotton candy. So then that got me thinking, oh well, maybe we could do like, you know how everyone was making those cotton candies over the summer. How about if we made like a big thing of yarn, you know, just like brush it all out and then cover the tree with it. So I tried to do that. That was my first thought. And I don't know, it did not look right to me. And I tried it a few different ways. I tried it with the like fluff that Hobby Lobby was selling on clearance for 90% off after Easter. That didn't look right. I tried it with yarn that I separated the strands, and then just kind of tried to stick it onto the tree. That didn't look right either. So I don't know. I was like, all right, well, what else could I use? So then I was looking around my craft room and thought, well, I have all this trim. I wonder if I could use that somehow. So that's how it started. It's funny how like you get inspired for different things, right? All right, so I got to the bottom and now I'm just going back up. And you want to keep the yarn like on the outside of the tree. Like don't pull it too tight so it goes inside. You know, a little bit's okay, but the idea is to cover the outside of the tree. And we're just gonna keep going. Keep going. And I think this would be fun with really all different sizes. And if you make, like if you're wondering what to do with these, I set up a little village in my dining room every year with like little putz houses, you know, those paper houses and stuff. And I thought this would be a cute addition to those. I have a bunch of bottle brush trees. I don't know why I can't say that right the first time I try it. I always have to do it second take. But anyway, there's always room for more in the forest, right? So we're going. I'm thinking this one will need 3 layers because I don't know, maybe this color is paler than the other one, paler than the pink. But it's coming along. I just don't want to be able to see any of the tree part. You just keep pulling. I bet this would look cute with just yarn wrapped around it, you know, like thick chunky yarn without pulling these strands apart. Yeah, I should try that too. I mean, the possibilities are endless. And if you have shelves in your craft room or your crafty space, or even like, you know, just above your sink, just put a few of these there. Oh, they'd be cute in a tiered tray with those little deer. Remember these deer from last year at Target? Oh, I love these. I remember Gloria Glowy Cakes and I were both like going crazy over these, but they came in pink and aqua and blue. And when they went on clearance last year, I bought some more. So I just love incorporating them into a little scene too. All right, we're almost at the top again. If I have to go back down, I'll speed it up because you guys are probably yawning by now. Let's just get to the top and see where we are. And the program I use to do videos only does double time. I gotta look into like other apps that could speed it up like a little faster, but anyway. All right, so that is 2 coats. It's looking pretty good. I think I want to do, excuse me, do more down towards the bottom for sure. All right, so I will speed it up at least double time and come back when I'm done doing that. And oh, you want to make sure you kind of hold it at the top because it does, well, it doesn't really matter if you hold it or not. You could always put it back, but it does kind of come off a little bit. All right, so I'm going to speed it up here. Okay, and like I was saying, sometimes it comes off a little bit at the top, but that's all right. You could just put it back down. We're gonna add a little bit of glue there anyway. So yeah, I think it's looking pretty good. There's still some things hanging out down there, but that's okay. Yeah, looks pretty tree shaped at this point. All right, so now just cut it off. And then just, we're gonna glue that part in a little bit. Let me get my little finger protector on. Okay, just add a dab of glue. And just poke that in there. Just let it dry a second. And then for the top, I tried hot glue last time, and that just kind of made it clump up. So a little bit of Fabri-Tac actually is a good idea for up there. Let me just open mine up. I mean, you're gonna put like a tree topper here, so don't worry about like seeing globs of glue or anything. Now, Fabri-Tac obviously doesn't dry quite as fast, but we'll make do. And just like a real tree, there's usually a good side and a bad side, so just find the good side, and that'll be where you'll concentrate your decorations on, where you'll have your tree topper facing, that kind of thing. Okay, got glue all over my hand. What else is new, right? All right, so we used a bunch of our trim, which is always nice. Next, we are going to add, let's see, let's start adding the garland around the tree. I figured I would try this one. This, I don't remember, I think this was from Hobby Lobby too. I'm not sure, it could be from AliExpress. I've had these for a while in my stash, so I really don't know. But this is also like that fishing line that has little beads on it, but this has little flower-shaped beads. I'm not sure how it's gonna work out because there's a lot of space in between each one. Maybe we'll just have to wrap it around a bunch of times, but we'll see. But I am gonna cut it off at the top. There's a lot of extra wire there, so just get your wire cutters out. I'm sure you can use scissors, it's very thin wire, but while I have my wire cutters here, I'll do that. Okay, so I'm just gonna glue it at the top. There's enough Fabri-Tac there, but I think I will add a drop of hot glue just so this can go a little, we don't have to wait for it to dry. All right, so you just add a drop of glue like right at the top. Okay, and then let me take some of this off ahead of time. Okay, and then just wrap it around loosely. So like I said, I don't know how this is gonna work out, but we'll give it a try. Since there's not that many flowers, I'll do it kind of, you know, small circles around the tree. And just spin the tree as you go. That's easier than, you know, spinning the wire. This way you keep it consistent. I hope you guys can see. All right, so you can see them. Maybe a little subtle, but it's okay. That's how we figure out how we like stuff, you know? Come up with your own ideas, just try them out. Like I said, this started out as a completely different project using fluff and yarn to cover it, and it turned out to be trims, which I'm so happy about because I have so much trim. Okay, so we've got that, and you can see there are some interspersed on there, and I do like the silver wire running through too. Okay, so I'm gonna cut that off. And then add a little bit of glue. I'm sure you could just tuck it in, which might be a better idea, but no, just to add a little little durability. We'll add some Fabri-Tac in there. Just squeeze a blob. Okay. Ta-da! I love this mint color. Isn't that pretty? I also have like darker minty color, I think, in white. Oh, white will be pretty on these. Okay, so there's those. I think I might go back in and add a couple of like pink gems. Let me see if these would work. I just grabbed this bead box that I have from Hobby Lobby, and I'm thinking maybe the tiniest pink ones might be nice on here. Let's see. Oops. Yeah, those would be pretty, right? Now these I will definitely use Fabri-Tac because Adding hot glue to something this small on the eyelash is just bound to make a mess. Mess of those spider webby strings, which I would rather not deal with. And this glue gun that I have, it's nice. It's the Lynn Lily one by Shore Bonder, but every glue gun's gonna have some strings. They're not terrible on this, but I also like to use Fabri-Tac on like any fiber kind of thing, like yarn or fabric. Oh, those look pretty, don't they? And as you can see, I've got a lot of these beads too. Oh, I'm getting glue all over my hands, which is making things sticky. Do you guys get a mess or make a mess in your craft room? Like become all covered in glue and sequins? I find like sequins on my kitchen floor, like in the bathroom. We all know where Mom's been. She leaves a trail of sequins and glitter. But I guess it could be worse, right? All right, so I'm just gonna add a bunch to where those little pearls aren't. What a pretty color combination. I mean, I just always gravitate towards these colors, but obviously you could use whatever color you want. And you can make these into like other holidays too. Maybe like Halloween trees. Use some black eyelash trim. Oh, that would be fun. Do they make black? Yeah, they've got to make black eyelash trim. Or orange. I know a lot of people say orange, but I'm from Long Island. We say orange. Okay. It's funny because I live in Syracuse, in upstate New York, and but like I said, I grew up downstate, so it's funny to hear the different accents that people have. And my kids actually, well, they were born up here and they grew up here, so they talk like native Syracuse people. So we have like silly arguments about the right way to pronounce things. But whatever. All right, let's stop there. We'll just concentrate on that for now. I'm gonna get a baby wipe to wipe my hands. I'm a mess. Okay. So we have our tree with the pearl garland and the cute little pink beads on it too. Very pretty. Okay, now why don't we add some ribbon to the base? I have another idea for bases, and I did paint some things that I want to use as bases, but they're not dry yet, so I'll show them like maybe on Friday when I do my Friday haul. But how about some ribbon? I have this pink ribbon that's trimmed in, it's kind of gold, but maybe a little iridescent, so I think it'll go okay with this. Yeah. So you want to pick something that's about the size or about the width of your base. So I'll take that off, maybe trim it up a little bit. Okay, now I forgot what side I wanted to make. Oops, what side I wanted to make the front. I think it was this, somewhere about there. So then you want to glue it on the back. And again, I use Fabri-Tac usually, but right now, you know what, let's use some hot glue. Just so this will go a little faster. Okay, and then just wrap it around. And then you're gonna cut it off when you get to the place where you started. Just, whoops. And then just glue it there too. This is such a simple craft. This would be fun to do with your kids, right? You buy like the little ornaments at Hobby Lobby. Oh, I like that. That looks really pretty. It's a little crooked, but okay. And then for the top, let me move these things out of the way. I think I'll do another resin bow. Sorry, you don't need to see my baby wipe there. All right, so I have two that I made. I got out a smaller one and a bigger one. I did color this one with Nouveau drops on the middle, and then the outside I used some pearl drops. Is that what they're called? You know, those pearl ones. Just wanted to see which one would be a better size, so let's see. We have this one. It's kind of big, but not terrible. And then we have this one, which is small, kind of gets a little lost. I think we're going to go for it with the big one. Yeah. This one I will use some hot glue. Just load it up. Okay. Put it on your tree. Hold it down. This isn't my usual camera angle, but it's much easier when you're doing a, craft with me to have it at this angle. Actually, I like it. Ta-da! Look how cute! Isn't that adorable? And he will look good with this one. These are both made with the eyelash trim. One in aqua, one in pink. Yeah. So I hope you enjoyed this craft with me. Let me know if you have any questions. I'd be happy to answer them. I hope you have fun. I hope you're inspired to decorate your bottle brush trees and, make something fun with them. Use up your stash. It's a very inexpensive craft for sure if you have a supply of trims like I do. And bottle brush trees are cheap. So dress them up, put them out, and hope you show me or tag me on Instagram if you show pictures of them. I'd love to see. I'm Strawberry Cream 39 over there as well. Link is down below. So thanks for joining me today, and I will be back soon with another crafty video. Please give me a thumbs up if you like this, and I'd love it if you'd subscribe as well if you're not already a subscriber. So thanks again, everybody, and I will talk to you very soon. Bye.